uplift, manifest, momentum mindset, uplift, manifest, momentum mindset, uplift, manifest.
All right, welcome into the show, everyone. You are running with the runners. It is February 17th, Wednesday, and we have an amazing show tonight. We have an amazing guest who I just love hearing her talk. Jasmin is here. We're going to be bringing her on in about 10 minutes. As always, I'm rocking with my brother, Ricardo Hamilton. Ricardo, I know you're excited because the markets are up, but how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing excellent, man. Fired up and excited, man. Laced up and ready to run. Laced up, man. Another great show we've been getting ready to have for you guys tonight. Anything and everything starts in the mind. And, we're building wealth and assets. And that all starts with, having the right frame of thinking in regards to money, assets, and versus liability. So we got a great show. I'm excited, Mike. Let's give it to them.
All right, well, let's get into some quick content and cover where the markets are at. And Ricardo sent me this today. Coin Week, readers react to Silver Eagle selling out. This is from February 12th, 2021. So what happened here is on Thursday, February 11th, the last proof American Silver Eagle to feature the iconic heraldic Eagle Reverse by John Mercanti went on sale at noon Eastern Standard Time. For collectors assembling a complete set of what is now considered the Type 1 Silver Eagle, especially those who have been loyal customers since '86, and there's heightened interest. So in 13 hours after the American Eagles went on sale, they were out. I saw where you can purchase from the secondary market for $103 only 13 hours after. What a big slap in the face for small, regular people. Very disappointed in the mint. The congrats were not even for sale. It was the first thing I put in my cart. I went to the proof and I was told the $75 congrats set was not available. The mint says no limit. I call BS. The mint used to make millions of these. So why the hell are they being so limited? I bagged 2 Eagles right off the bat. No issues at all. Smooth transaction. Bought a couple, good enough for me. So it's just all these guys saying, they wanted to get these Silver Eagles and they sold out in the first day. So Ricardo, this is what we've been telling people, is there is going to be a shortage on physical silver. And now is the time, guys. You might think I'm crazy. You might think I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, get physical silver in your possession now, because I think you have about 3 weeks until you won't be able to get them anywhere. So Ricardo, you sent me this, this article. What was your take and what did you think about it when you read it?
Well, when I first read it, they talked about people who collect those coins since '86. And the first thing that came to mind was the $1.2 million mistake. See, there are people who do know the value of just acquiring one MS-70 Silver Eagle numismatic coin every single month. And they do that religiously to build wealth because they understand they're getting something of value that represents a certain time period in history. You see in that article, it talked about a certain type of coin, right? What did it say? I can't remember the guy's name or the person who designed that particular coin, but that particular coin has significance for this time period. And now that it's made no more, it has an even greater value. But this is what we talk about. And Mike, when I heard you speak on, read the article, I thought about how in Texas, there are some people who, at first everybody had power. At first, everybody can get Silver Eagles. They said it was millions of them. And now, people who want power can't get power, or Silver Eagles can't get Silver Eagles. But there are hotels and a few other people who do have access or bought Silver Eagles, or in the case of the scenario with power in Texas, it's the idea that you want to be prepared. You want to be ahead of time. You don't want to wait until the prices skyrocket. Right. You don't want to wait until there's a shortage. You don't want to wait until the day of to try to get something done. You don't want to wait until the snowstorm comes to say, maybe I should have had a generator. right?
Right.
You should already prepare. This is what I get excited about what we're doing. We're preparing for events, inevitable events, for the day that they come and not waiting for them to come and try to get prepared. And so this is why we stress the importance of getting what you can now, because as that old saying goes, tomorrow is not promised. And those people in that article, to them, tomorrow was promised. They were under the impression that I would always be able to get silver eagles. Well, now they've woken up to a rude awakening and they're upset. But if they was running with the runners and they knew from the beginning, okay, don't wait. Get as much of this assets, okay, whether it's the bars, whether it's the coins, okay, or whether it's especially the numismatic coins, okay, that's what you need to be doing now, not tomorrow. So no, fire article, Mike, fire article. It just goes into the mindset and what we're talking about.
And, you know, we've been saying this at least since March, if not before, that this was coming. And now it's coming to fruition. And just some education here. John Mercanti was the U.S. Main minter for like 30 or 40 years. I know this because I know Michael Miles Standish, and I've read his book, American Silver Eagles, which will be given out next week on the show. And so the first part of 2021, they're keeping the same design of the Silver Eagle that's been around for like 30 or 40 years, but then it's changing. So I wanted to get 2021 as many Silver Eagles as I could of that last design, because there's going to be so few of them, especially MS70s. And if you don't know what we're talking about, it's because, you know, you haven't been plugged in and you're not aware of the education that we've been, you know, supplying people for about 6 months now. So let's get Ricardo into the market cap real quick, and then I want to get Jasmin on.
Definitely.
So gold seems to be slipping, and there's many reasons for this. You guys probably know how I feel about gold. It's okay. It doesn't get me excited. It's at 1778 today. What does get me excited is silver. Number 6 market cap at 2749, up 0.64%. But the big mover today, Ricardo, of course, is Bitcoin.
Yep.
Moving up a notch to number 8, $52,354 for one Bitcoin. All-time high again. Every night, guys, we're here covering the markets, telling you, get assets, sell your liabilities, cryptocurrency, gold and silver. You're watching this happen right before your very eyes. Ricardo, anything you want to add about this just historical rise again for this decentralized currency, which is going to feed into what Jasmin's going to talk about, of energy is currency?
Yeah. I mean, look, folks, you know, Bitcoin is going to continue to go higher in value. As they continue to print paper, as the dollar continues to lose value, as there's uncertainty, not only just in the United States economy, but the geopolitical scene as well, when we're talking about global trade, okay? Because remind you, we're still in a trade deficit. You know, there's still all kind of geopolitical issues going on in the Red Sea and issues with China and Russia and everything else. So as the coronavirus starts to fade away and as they talk about a recovery and opening things up, there are challenges that were never addressed, okay, prior to the coronavirus, and now they've just become magnitudes worse. But these are great issues or catalysts for people who are in cryptocurrency and gold and silver.
Yeah, and before I forget, GBLE just reminded me here, guys, everyone that's watching tonight, wherever you're at, put in the hashtag silver for the number 4 freedom. Hashtag silver for freedom. We, the people, are going to crash JP Morgan. I'm manifesting it. We're going to talk about that, Jasmin. I'm manifesting us crashing JP Morgan. Hashtag silver for freedom. Everyone, drop it in the comments right now if you want to be free of this system of the debt dollar. So All right, we got to look at the markets here, at least the top 10, Ricardo, because what a day, what a day. Bitcoin up 6.2%, Ethereum at 1857. And again, what I've been telling you guys, Polkadot, number 4, 37% this week. Binance Coin is on fire at 31% this week. Litecoin, 29% this week. What did I tell you? Bitcoin Cash, the best crypto to use in the Sound Money wallet was 7K. Yes, people, we can now buy gold and silver through 7K with cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin Cash is the best one to use. Is that why I went up 45% this week? I don't know, but it might be. It might be.
All right.
But again, we are at a market cap all-time high of 1,600,000,000. I mean, there it is, guys. This was the last bull run. We topped out about 800 billion, and now it's just off to the races into price discovery. It's about to get real fun. If you're not stacking assets with the runners, if you're not plugging in, I don't know what to tell you guys. We have done Zooms for 4 months every night. Now we're doing lives Tuesday through Saturday at 9:30 to try to awake you and get you educated on what is going on. Look at all these silver for freedoms, Ricardo. People are waking up. They're seeing what's going on. The man behind the curtain is being exposed. You know, we have the power. We can take it back whenever we want, and it starts with taking back our money, which is currency. So at this time, I'm super pumped to bring on Jasmin. Let me bring her on right here. Jasmin, are you there?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We got you loud and clear.
Yeah.
Awesome. How are you guys?
Well, we're a little pumped up, Jasmin, as you can tell.
Yes, I'm super excited to be here with you guys.
So Jasmin, before we get into, energy as currency, and I want to get your take on, gold, silver, and crypto, because I know you're into that. Maybe just give our viewers a little bit of background story about you. What's your inspiration? How did you get to this place where you're manifesting, kind of teaching people how to tap into their spiritual powers?
Awesome. Well, first off, my name is Jasmin, if you guys don't know me, but I see a lot of people here on the comments, and I feel like a lot of us are friends. Like, what is it, JB Ali? That's so awesome. Good to see you. So how I got into this, first of all, it really is about waking up the people. I think that's our common theme, and really like our core values and our core teachings, no matter if it's in finances or if it's, for me, it's spirituality, because they all connect with each other. And so for me, it really started in 2015 or 2014 when I became a mother. It was really when this seed was planted inside of me, when really this seed of consciousness was really planted inside of me. And so when I went through those moments of becoming a mother, and something I really talk about is conscious parenthood, raising our children, as with an awakened mind, with an awakened mindset. As I went through this birth with my child, I started to realize, like, not am I only just a mother, but I have a very big mission. And so it depends on everyone, with their awakening. Sometimes it's a big event, or sometimes it's just a series of events. But for me, I really found my purpose and my mission after giving birth. And so then that's when I really started to go on my spiritual awakening. And as I was going along, I started to realize more and more of what's going on with the Matrix, understanding this 3D life that we live. And as I started to go through my spiritual awakening, I started to realize that I'm one of these people who are here to wake up the masses, but also to help them better understand the future with this 5D. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, like 3D to 5D, but it's truly here. This new earth, I always talk about this with my community, is here, this fifth dimensional frequency. And so how we get to 5D is truly from learning about manifestation, because we're manifesting every second of the day. That's how we got here. That's how I manifested to be with you guys. And I call that the divine algorithm, is when you are in a certain vibration, when you're on a certain path, on a certain momentum, you will attract those certain people who are also on a similar mission. That doesn't mean they have to be exactly like you, but you guys are definitely, like the ebbs and flow, how energy goes. So I feel like that's definitely why we're here, to connect and to connect our communities and help better get different perspectives, but on the same mission, which is to wake up people. So yeah, it's me.
I love that, because I think what the internet has done and what blockchain and cryptocurrency do, and what businesses like 7K do, is they bring people together with common interests.
Right.
If I went to my hometown and I try to talk to people about manifestation, 99% of them are going to think I'm crazy. But because we can get these broader communities, we can align with people that have similar interests and the same ideas as us. So before we get to the major question about, getting your take on how, energy is currency, maybe give us a background about where you're at with gold, silver, and cryptocurrency. How did you come to it? What are your thoughts about it? And how is it helping you kind of manifest what you want?
Definitely. So I, just like with manifestation, that we talk about, affirmations, speaking out loud. Our voice truly is something very powerful when we speak it into existence, when we feel this vibrational frequency, when we're actually truly in that moment, this present moment. And so I remember one time in the summer, I said, you know what, universe, I deserve to have abundance in my bank account every single day. So whatever I need to do, I'll do it. And then so the next morning, as I'm doing this meditation, cryptocurrency comes to mind. And then someone special to me, a soul sister of mine, this person named Brooke Mackey Jones, she introduced me into cryptocurrency. And so, it was really just this download. Some people may understand, but when I spoke it into existence, my higher self spoke back. And in that meditation is when I got clear message to go ahead and dive into cryptocurrency. And so I dived into cryptocurrency. I learned about smart contracts and really learning about decentralization. And because of smart contracts and because of learning about decentralization and the blockchain technology, it really helped me better realize that, whoa, this is totally in alignment with this new earth that I'm talking about, this 5D life that I'm talking about, because what cryptocurrency and decentralization within cryptocurrency, see, really understanding decentralized lifestyle will better help you understand how to really use cryptocurrency for your future. And so when I started to really understand about blockchain and even smart contracts of cryptocurrency, I started to realize that decentralization is the way of life to this new earth. And so with decentralization, as you guys know, it's really about self-sustaining communities. It's about getting centralized banking institutions and just centralize the big mama, big papa out, And so I know you guys understand that, because that's what we're doing with financial freedom and the Runners Live and what you guys are doing every single, Tuesday to Saturday, helping wake up the people. And that's truly what it's about. So for me, it was affirming, fully being into that vibration where, what, I know and what I need, and whatever I need to do, I will do it. And so that's just the power of meditation and, getting downloads, being able to communicate with your higher self is what I help people understand within their spiritual awakening.
Wow. I mean, this is unbelievable, guys. I mean, I know a lot of people out there are probably blown away. I mean, first of all, the fact that we've gotten to the place now where I can talk to 3 people who will get crypto, who want to buy it, who are using it, who understand smart contracts, and I felt out in the wilderness for 4 or 5 years trying to wake people up to what's going on when Bitcoin's 3,000, 5,000, 6,000. You know, people think you're crazy if you bought it at 20 a few years ago. And they have it, you know, get to 52,000 tonight. And again, normal people would say it's a coincidence. We have Jasmin on tonight. But of course, we know there's no such thing as coincidences. So I love what you said about living in abundance and how you just said to yourself, you know, my bank account's going to be in abundance now. And Brooke, who we're going to have on next week, who's amazing and awesome as well, is it really, that's it. Like, it's literally your mindset and your manifestation creates your reality and your future. And we have the power to do that now, guys. That's what I want you to get from this. We have the power once we realize we have the power to change or do anything that we want. So I want to get into the main question tonight, Jasmin and Ricardo. I want to get both of your takes on this, okay? Give me your thoughts about energy being currency. And this could go anyway. I don't know where we're going to go or where we're going to end up, but I want to get first Jasmin's take on why energy is currency, and then I want to get Ricardo's take. All right, so Jasmin, you being the guest, we're going to let you go first. Knock it out of the park.
Awesome. Well, that was something that came to me when I was really diving into cryptocurrency. Is energy is currency, because if you think about it, water is currency, money is currency, because we talk about fiat currency, cryptocurrency. And so I started to understand, okay, this word currency, it definitely has meaning. And like I said, you know, your words have power. You know, when you affirm something, you are using your power, using your voicing grid patterns. And so for me, I really started to see the connection. Well, first off, water, okay? Water is energy, right? And so as human beings, we are energy. I'm not sure if many people will understand that, but for people who are on the spiritual path and on the spiritual awakening, they do understand that we are quantum. We have our own energetic fields. We are energetic beings. We are sentient beings, you know, just like animals. We're all sentient beings. So as energy is currency, you think about water is currency. So we have water within our body. We are 70% water. So now it made me think, okay, well, how is the water intake within my own body, within my own systems? Because when you go through a spiritual awakening, you are more conscious of what you put inside of your body, what's around you within your reality. And so I started to realize, oh, I think I need to drink more water. Well, when I started to drink more water, my Tron business within my smart contracts doubled in a weekend. So just with those realizations, you know, energy is currency, water is currency. When I started to make the connections is when I started to realize, whoa, I'm mastering my energy more, making those connections. And so, you know, with energy as currency, when you master your energy, the more that you become aware of things around you, the more that you become aware of what you're manifesting, the more that you can see how powerful that you truly are. So that is my intake of how we are all energy and how energy is currency.
Now, and let me give the teacher version here, right? Before we hear of Ricardo, when you go to your job, not you, Jasmin or Ricardo, but for people that still have jobs, when you go to that job, you expend energy and they pay you in currency. That's how you're choosing to live your reality. That you need to go to this job, spend your energy to get your currency, and then you typically just spend it on liabilities. Some people have decided to live other ways, and they realize that their energy can go places that bring them returns without needing an employer or a job. And, you know, the runners and Jasmin and lots of other people we follow have decided to take their energy and their currency and put them into assets that go up over time so that we don't have to expend our energy working for a job, doing something that we don't want to do. So that's kind of the textbook version, right? Of yes, literally energy is currency. That's a fact. So I'm excited to hear where Ricardo's going to go with this because I have no idea. He could go anywhere. He could go on for an hour right now. So Ricardo, what is your take on energy as currency?
Well, first let me say, man, that was well put, man. Jasmin is well spoken. I really feel what she's talking about, as a poet, as well as hearing it. But when she talked about 5D, and we're talking about affirmations and intent and the law of attraction, really that's the type of environment that we're moving into, because if you think about it, we're becoming conscious of things on multiple levels. And therefore, we're taking that energy and transferring it into different aspects of reality. So when she talk about 5D, right, it's just you being conscious on a higher level than what we were before. And so now we're elevating on a higher frequency. We're vibrating on a higher level because now we're conscious of what we say, how we say it, what we eat, what it does to us on a biomolecular level, how our thoughts have a frequency, and how the matter will attract to us. And so when we're talking about wealth and we're talking about intent and we're talking about legacy, as creators, the thought process that we go about every single day, especially with intent, we now are magnifying the reality or the attraction that we want to see. So this is why it's so powerful when we're talking about the law of attraction, when we're talking about your thoughts become things. That's why it's important that when you wake up, you focus on your thoughts. And then because your thoughts are going to affect your feelings. Now, how you feel throughout the day is going to affect what you eat, what you do, what you say. And those things are going to affect your actions and your lifestyle. And that's compounded every single day. But when you wake up with the thought and intent, you're now operating on a higher frequency of understanding. And this is why I get excited, because we as runners, we operating on the frequency of legacy, generational wealth, assets, right? And so every single day we're going live. We're talking about this. We're doing presentations. We're acquiring the assets. We literally are talking the talk, walking the walk, and manifesting the reality that we want to see. It's not by accident. It's not by happenstance. It's not we got lucky. It was through intent. It was through affirmations. And another thing about it, when you talk about energy is currency, right? Well, these are electrical conductive metals, right? These have a current to them. They got an energy to them, right? They got a frequency. And so these are wealth magnets. So I keep these around me. We keep them around us because they attract wealth. These are assets, right? And so when we talk about energy as currency, not only are we talking about physical things, they say word is bond, right? Or, somebody has good credibility amongst you, right? That's a form of a currency. You see, I can go to Mike for a loan right now if I needed to without having currency, paper, or even silver and gold, because my energy, my essence, me, my character, and what I represent is a form of currency to him, to where he knows that if I say I'm going to pay him back, I'm going to pay him back, right? And so, when I think of and I hear that energy is currency, really it just comes down to the intent and the person who is receiving what it is that you're putting out there, and then the objective and the end result. But it gets exciting because the energy that we are putting out, not only are we getting currency, okay, which is paper, okay, but we know what to do with this depreciating currency, like Mike talked about, turning it into assets. So I talk about all the time, we alchemists. We literally are alchemists with our thoughts, and we're alchemists with our actions, and we're alchemists in the way that we change our lifestyle. And that's why I always say, if you didn't come from a wealthy family, this is the opportunity to make sure that a wealthy family comes from you.
That was straight fire. That was straight fire. Both of you just nailed it. Oh my gosh. This is my favorite show ever. I love this. Yeah, Ricardo, if you need a loan, I got you, bro. Don't worry about it. All right.
Yeah.
So this is amazing. So I want to get Jasmin's take, because I know she's big on this, and I try to teach this to my team, but I know I'm not at your level yet, Jasmin. So let's say we're talking to the runners, or anyone in particular. Can you give them maybe some guides or some steps to help them to start manifesting, some steps they can take to get to where you're at, to where you're creating the reality that you want every day.
Definitely. And it's very not simple, but it's more so a simple, practical core values. And all that really is being conscious and just being aware of your thoughts and your feelings and your actions, because you have the power to control you. And what that means is you have the power to control your thoughts, your feeling, and your actions. And when we are manifesting, we're communicating with the universe. So say, for instance, like how I affirmed, universe, I deserve to have this abundance in my bank account every single day because I understand I have a very big mission and I understand I have a lot to do to shift humanity. So by speaking that, okay, then I got this information, this communication, right? And so I think really that's pretty much it. It's just thoughts, feelings, and your actions. That's really like the key of it, and every single day it's going to be hard, to do it every second. But the more that you go into this conscious reality, more to see where you're doing something that may not resonate with you, like it may be the old you, and you want to upgrade, you want to upgrade yourself. You want to upgrade your energy, really, because we talk about energy as currency. So we're always upgrading our energy. And so how we upgrade our energy is through the thoughts, the feelings, and our actions.
Yeah. And I know people, the key is you have to want to change.
Right.
You have to want to create the reality. There's, you can find, self-help stuff. You can go to Jasmin's website. You can, YouTube stuff. But ultimately, it's going to come down to your thoughts create your reality. So the simple example I give, right, Jasmin, when I'm teaching this is, I can walk into a room with you and Ricardo, and I can say, hey, how's everyone doing? And Ricardo might think nothing about it. He might just be like, oh, Mike's walking into a room saying what's up. If you have a feeling or a misconception about me, or if, not a misconception, just you might be like, why is Mike such a jerk? Why is he so cocky? And if you want to view me that way, even though I'm saying something as simple as, hey, everyone, how's it going? You can view it that way because that's your reality. You've chosen, I'm a jerk, I'm an a-hole, I don't like Mike. And so anything I say will reflect that to you. If Ricardo thinks Mike's my boy, we've helped each other so much, he's good, then he's going to view me as, oh yeah, Mike's here. What's up, my man? And when I realized that about 2 or 3 years ago, it blew my mind of people can think what they want to think, and that literally creates their reality. And so if you want to think you are wealthy and rich and people want to be with you and attract the right people, you can, but only if you really believe it.
Yeah,
I'm kind of so blown away. I don't even know where to go right now. So
well, I'll add in a little bit. It
go
sounds
for
like,
it.
yeah, definitely people will have preconceived notions. And so you got to check not only the preconceived notions that you might have about somebody else, but the preconceived notions you have about yourself. Constantly we all feel some type of way about ourselves in a negative light, whether you don't like your weight or, you don't like, something. There's something that somebody doesn't like about themselves. And so they constantly, every day, it's a battle, making sure that you're saying positive affirmations to yourself and not, tearing your own self down. And that's the same thing, in regards to building wealth. You might compare your status or your inner potential to somebody else's. And if you're not perceiving it properly, you can set yourself up for an adverse effect and attraction as opposed to a positive one, because you have one of, as opposed to maybe like not necessarily envy, right? But admiration, or you have one of jealousy. Those two different frequencies perceiving the same thing will lead to different cellular, molecular responses in your body and attractions that you will receive in life. And when you talk about the only thing that I would say, as far as like to help people, is give yourself time to succeed. Okay, you have to give yourself time to succeed. Whether it's building wealth, whether it's changing your mindset, whether it's changing your diet, whatever it is, it's a constant daily battle. It's a constant daily, work. Okay, progress. Right? And so, that's how I would say, just give yourself time to succeed. But that's why it's key to plug into people like Jasmin to help you keep on point with your frequency and your energy and your consciousness, and run with the runner so we can keep you on point with the mindset and the wealth accumulation and assets and crypto. And, that's where the community is. That's where, that family is, that structure, that foundation. And when you got a strong core, a strong foundation, good people around you, it doesn't matter what the outside world sees. It doesn't matter what they try to perceive about you. Long as, your family looks at you in a certain way, or your significant other looks at you in a certain way, you can care less how somebody else looks at you. And that's all that's important. But most importantly, of course, is how you look at yourself as well.
Without a doubt. And I think the key is living in the end. And like when Jasmin said, I'm wealthy, I have infinite money, she really believed that, and then she did. And this is why I don't really care necessarily what the price of silver is on the spot. I don't care what the price of Bitcoin or Ethereum or Theta is. I know I own the future. I know I'm secure. So I don't need these digital illusions that our masters try to tell us to care about, because I know I'm good, because I've decided I'm good. So, all right, kind of last question here. I want to get both of your takes on what are you going to manifest in the next year, big picture. What do you want to see happen in the world with your community, yourself, or however big you want to think? It's totally up to you. So Jasmin, I want you to go first. I don't think I have to say this, but I want to hear your dream big in the next year, or let's say by the end of 2021. What are you manifesting will happen? What do you see occurring?
So what I'm manifesting this year is to have my own land out here in Montana. I'm going to have about 100 acres. And on this land, I'm going to be creating my healing centers. And also it's going to be a place for safe havens for people who are part of this missing and murdered Indigenous women things that are going on. This human trafficking is actually super big, and it's actually part of my mission to help bring more awareness and consciousness with it. So my mission is to really help these Indigenous women and children and just peoples who have been affected by this human trafficking, especially within this area, because it's heavily influenced. There's a lot of Native American reservations, so a lot of Native American communities are targeted. So that is why I'm out here and doing my missions as well, on top of helping free people, free the mind. When you free the mind, you free yourself. And when we free ourselves, everything starts to come together, just like this 5D with this community. And something that I wanted to share while we're talking about this is I saw a comment go through. I think it was Veronica Knight. She said knowledge is power. And so when people have knowledge, they have power. And so what we are doing with our power is we have responsibility, and our responsibility is to help wake up people, is to help people better understand that they also have the power too. And so that is my dream, is to have my healing center and help bring more awareness into this area and also to the world about what's going on, so we can better help humanity in all ways. So thank you. That is my dream.
Amazing. I love it. All right, Ricardo, I want to get your take on the next year. What are you manifesting for yourself, the world, anywhere you want to go? What do you want to see happen by the end of this year?
Well, usually when I talk to some people, I say, no matter how big you dream or think, the creator or God has a bigger dream or plan for you. So me, I would just want to be able to improve on what I've been doing. But I would want, we all made in the image of the creator, in the image of God. And we all have a mission, a purpose, a destiny, and we're walking in our own path, and we're doing what we were born at this particular time to do. And some of us can even do greater works. Even in, certain religious texts, he say, Christ says, what I've done, you can do too, and so in that fashion, I would want to do whatever it is that I'm here to do and more, because I think that anything that I can put out there will probably pale in comparison to what I actually can do. And so, I'm going to continue to run with the runners, improve on myself, and let's change the world and help, millions of families all across this planet, get ready for this fifth dimensional transition, and just do better. So no, I'm excited, man. It's good. It's all good.
I love it. And for mine is, we are in the middle of the Great Awakening. I've never seen so many people open to the truth. And, my passion has been, history and spreading liberty. And I truly believe silver for freedom, and silver is what is going to crack the armor of the masters that will bring down the banks, that will bring down the corporations, is people waking up and getting silver. So that is what I'm manifesting, that they will be exposed. The corruption will be there for all people to see, whether it be with silver in the banks or the, pedophilia, or, women being, sexually abused, and the slave trade and all this. It needs to end. We need to be done with this. There's no reason for people to be in any sort of slavery. And I just see so many people waking up, and I get so excited. And I really feel like this is the year where we are going to, throw off these shackles, and people will realize that this whole time we had the power and we have the ability to control the future that we want. And literally, it's like people are just going to be like laugh at the government, and they're just going to be exposed for the frauds that they are. And the banks and the debts that don't even need to exist, they're charging us interest on money they're creating out of thin air. It's absolute insanity. And all we need to do is stand up together and tell them they have no control over us, and we have the power, and we will do that. And my nonprofit, Financial Freedom Family, is going to go full speed ahead and just help create, the distribution disruption, and show people that they can become financially free. So that's what I'm excited about manifesting in the next year. Yes.
I'll say one last thing.
Yes.
And watch how you say your manifestations or your intent. Like saying, I need money. Well, another way of saying I need money is better to say money needs me. You see, when you say money needs you, you see, this is a piece of paper. We know what to do with it. We want to turn it into good money, right? So we want to take something negative and turn it into something good, like assets, gold and silver. So instead of saying I need money, say money needs me. And so since money needs you, money's going to come to you so you can do what needs to be done with that money. Which is turning
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have all the money you need when you live in the end and live in abundance. So Jasmin, I want to make sure I share. You saw it should be in all the descriptions of the video we sent out, but it's Linktree, the flower Jasmin, and That's it.
And
anything you want to say about where people can find you? Anything you want to let them know?
Yes, I invite anyone and everyone who feels like they want to raise their consciousness. I do have a free ebook, which is, you can see the link, my first link there. And it's really to help you every single day with 7 different ways that you can raise your consciousness for beginners in 2021. Because just like what Ruth said, the veil is definitely being lifted. So, yes.
No, and I love that she said that. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is the veil is being lifted, the frauds are being exposed, what's real and true is coming to the top. And I just see so many people waking up. I'm so encouraged. And, the fact that, this company 7K has brought all of us together, has brought people all around the world together around sound money and just helping people. I mean, it's that simple. And You know, that's what Ricardo and I've been manifesting, and I'm sure you have too, is we want to change the world one family at a time. And it starts with your mindset and getting assets and getting out of liabilities. So Jasmin, this show was complete fire. I mean,
Yes,
you got to come on at least once a month now.
Oh, I would love to. Anytime. I'll be so honored to come on.
We got to at least do like a monthly mindset with Jasmin for sure.
Absolutely. Yes.
Awesome. Ricardo, any last words before we go?
No, man, awesome show, man. We definitely elevated the conversation to the next level. I know people got a lot of jewels and inspiration and you know, things to take with them from this show. So it's awesome. What a way to start 2021. You know, with this type of manifestation and action. You know, it's key. So no, fire show, man. Run with the runners. Lace up. Let's get wealthy.
All right. I mean, this is my life now. How amazing is this? So, all right, Jasmin, you rock. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Love you. Ricardo, as always, you're the man. Everyone watching, thank you for your support. We do this Tuesday through Saturday at 9:30 Eastern Standard. Tuesday, Thursday, 7 Eastern, we do 7K runners training. Wednesday, 7 p.m. EST is our one live presentation of the week. So we will see you guys tomorrow night at 9:30.
Let me get one more thing in there, Mike. Yeah, tomorrow night at 9:30, Runners Live Show. Also, tomorrow at 7 p.m., we got the training strategy session. But look, the Runners shop, the Runners.shop, okay? Merch is out. The Runners.shop, okay? And we're going to Salt Lake City, folks. I want the Runners to show out. Y'all miss Cancun. Don't miss Salt Lake City, okay? They got some big news coming out, okay? Bigger than the Sound Money wallet, okay? So if you coming to Salt Lake City, have your Runners merch, okay? Let's go there and represent, okay? So Salt Lake City in May. Log into your back office, click on events, and you'll get all the details there, and they'll have the tickets for there and everything. But I'll be there. Mike will be there. You know, we're in Salt Lake City, folks. Let's get it.
Jasmin, can I manifest you coming to Salt Lake City?
Absolutely. Let's put it in the timelines.
There
all right.
it is.
Let's
Jasmin
get it.
coming to Salt Lake City, folks. Come on.
All right. We love you guys. Have a blessed evening. We'll see you tomorrow at 9:30.